I had severe BV, had never even heard of it, have been married to my husband almost 30 years and had like a ring of fire just burning and burning, and it came on overnight. I was tested for multiple things. It went on for 3 years in pain. It affected there wasn't anything in my life it didn't affect. No one understood. No one could figure it out. And I finally had just had it with the doctors. I had done the antibiotics. I had screwed up my vaginal microbiome. And I did my own research and found I could buy pH vaginal paper, which GYNs should have, but don't. And never was my pH ever taken. They would just swab and say, "You've got BV. Here's your drugs." And of course, that started a fury of a storm. I got my paper and I tested myself at home. No one, including my doctor, informed me that as you're going through menopause and once you've been through menopause, I had to have a hysterectomy. So I went almost straight in. That your pH actually is going to always be a little bit higher, but the pH down there was completely off. And so the New Eve helped balance that pH. It took some time. You have to be patient, even starting with half of suppository if need be, and then maybe doubling it instead of doing a full one every 3 days. Maybe you do one night, wait 2 nights, and then do the other half to work up to it, especially if you're pretty severe. I have been on gold for 3 years after I was able to work my way up to it after a couple months. I take it every week. It has made a massive, massive difference. And I still use my pH paper. Those two things in conjunction, along with vitamin D. My vitamin D was very, very low. Changing more of my diet, I got my vitamin D up because when your vitamin D is low, you're more at risk for bacterial vaginosis, which they don't tell you either. Looking at removing sugars and then looking at your vitamin D levels, those things should really help. Those components made a massive difference. I just encourage you to give it a try and then post about your journey.